There are a lot of screenwriting terms that everybody throws around, but no one actually explains, and some of them are very important, like set pieces. The thing about an art form that was considered just a trashy business for well over half its history is there is no official set of rules or definitions. I kinda like it that way. I think art should be fluid and personal, but sometimes when I want to talk about something here, I discover that a lot of respectable online sources are really not helpful. For instance, Oxford is the English dictionary, but I don't know what the heck this means. Or, if we go American, this is also pretty incomprehensible to me. The only thing the authorities really tell us about a set piece is basically, it ought to be really cool. It's like talking to a bunch of producers. Wikipedia is kind of interesting on the subject, but it's not really about writing or creating or inventing a set piece. It's about budgets and storyboards and production issues. Although it does still manage to get in. Yeah, a set piece ought to be really cool. But none of this is going to help you write a set piece. So let me give you what I think is a practical definition. A set piece is a scene or sequence that offers a noticeable, intensified portion of whatever the genre promises. Set pieces are the scenes where they give you whatever it is that made you want to see this type of story, and they give it to you in a heightened, intense way. It has nothing to do with budget or scale. Who's on First is two guys standing in front of a painted backdrop, but it's a major comedy set piece. The opening of The Social Network is a dazzling set piece in which two people sit at a table and talk for 9 minutes. Set pieces deliver on the hook of the project. In a horror movie, it's the horror. In a thriller, it's the suspense. In a musical, well, actually, set pieces in anything are kind of like musical numbers. The moments when we set everything else aside and lift off into the purest magic of this type of story, whatever the type of story is. So let's lay out 6 things you need to know to write a set piece. The first one is, you need them. Stanley Kubrick reportedly called them non-submersible units. Like everything we have from Kubrick, that's brilliant, but also hard to know exactly what he's talking about. I mean, the actual meaning of non-submersible is you can't put them underwater. And, sure, yeah, why not? The writer who told us that Kubrick said this non-submersible thing believed that Kubrick meant you don't need the rest of the script. But even if that is what he meant, that would just be deliberately provocative director nonsense, because you need the rest of the script. It could be that it was meant as a warning. Don't let them go under. Don't lose them. They're important. And that's good advice. But I like to think non-submersible means set pieces are like stepping stones in a river. You can stand on them and step from one to the next, and they'll get you across to the end. That's a useful vision, and it fits with number 2. Don't go too long without a set piece. If they're like stepping stones, you shouldn't make it too hard to get from one to the next. There's no set number, but let's just say they usually put together take up about 1/3 of your script, maybe more. Number 3, a set piece should be a turning point or important advance in the story. It's a big, intense sequence. Something ought to change because of it. Number 4, a lot of people seem to think a set piece should be self-contained, implying that it's not related to the story or you could lift it out. Either one of which would, I think, be bad. I think what self-contained is trying to get at is a set piece ought to have a beginning and an end. You should distinctly feel it starting and know when it's over. Number 5, set pieces should be different from each other. There should be a progress, a rhythm, or a build. Make sure you have a variety of them, and each one is unique. And finally, very important, number 6, a set piece should be noticeable. It should stand out. The audience should be aware they're in it. What makes it noticeable depends on the genre and the type of scene, but whatever it is, do it all out. Make it original or unexpected or dazzling. In other words, yes, it should be really cool. And that's it. Use those 6 guidelines, figure out the magic of your type of story, and give it to us, non-submersibly. All right, that's enough for now. Go write something. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more things that you're gonna like. I love comments. Talk to me, ask me questions, tell me what you want to know. And if you want to work with me on your projects, one-on-one, go to writingforscreens.com. And thus we say farewell for now. Considered just a trashy business for well over half its history, yeah, I don't like the way I was talking there. Okay, that was a horrible little smile. Standing in front of a painted backdrop. If you like this video, if you like